Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome back, baseball fans. I'm that guy.
Hey, I'm the kid. Hello, people
Hey,
out there in beautiful internet land.
and you YouTubers. Hello, YouTubers. What do they call themselves out there?
Tubers?
YouTubians, YouTubians,
Something
people who
like that.
watch videos on YouTube. I don't even know. But either way, welcome to the show. We are chasing print runs over here. That's right. That's the name of the show, and that's the name of our channel, Chasing Print Runs. So how you doing, man? What are we doing today?
Today's a beautiful day, December 28th. We're going to cover cards from Major League Baseball Tops Now website, 619 to 633.
619 to 633. Did you hear that? That sounds like a lot of cards. So how many days cards? How many cards was that worth over there?
Well, it's 14 cards, 15 cards, 14 cards, 14 cards, and it's 4 days worth of drops.
All right, there it is. So without further ado, let's get busy with it. I'm going to share my screen and you're going to share your cards.
Well, let's get jiggy with it.
Yeah, Will Smith. Remember when he slapped Chris Rock? Man, if that
He
was me slapping any one of those highfalutin actors, I'd have had the cops. I'd have had those bracelets clamped in front of my back. That's for sure. Now, with that said, let's get to the first card of the day here at Tops Now. This is card number 619. Had a print run of 429. This is CJ Abrams. Caps off a 4-run ninth inning with a walk-off RBI. Run batted in. What do you think?
It is a young dude from the Nationals. Uh, eBay related.
You got a fan on or
$5.
something?
Say again?
You got a fan on or something?
No,
It's
the
like
kettle is cooking.
it sounds like a hissing noise. Okay, we're just checking.
The kettle is cooking, and it shall stop shortly.
All right, good
The
enough.
the CJ Adams card on
It
eBay.
sounds like shit. I'm just saying.
Uh, with the short print run, let's cover our print run guesses first. The card printed 428. You guessed 318. I guessed
429.
420.
Printed
Excuse,
429.
excuse me. Let me try that again. I was so excited. The card 619 CJ Adams printed 429.
Abrams. His name is Abrams.
I'm
Are you
sorry,
smoking?
CJ
What are you smoking
Abrams.
over there? I
But
want
I'm
what you're
not.
smoking.
That's the funniest part is I'm not. And you guessed 318, and I guessed 428. I was one card.
Ta-da. Wow.
That was one of those.
Yeah, that's serious. Good job, man.
On eBay, it's a $5 card, so it's literally a wholesale retail card. A couple of guys are up to their auctions with no bids. As far as parallels are concerned, there's a couple of $10 blues, there's a couple of $15 purples, and there's a $30 red to $40 red. So very common.
Back of that card's really cool. Did you see the back?
Let's see. Yeah, it should be a more exciting card, but I guess CJ Abrams doesn't bring the best out of these people.
That should have been the first. That should have been the card right there. That should have been the front of the card.
They did that a little bit. I think back when we were doing the other show, they were listening to us. Now that we're done with, we're a little bit behind, they may not be listening to us as much. But that should have been the front of the card, correct?
100%. Yep. All right, let's go to the next one here. It is Sandy Alcantara. And this is card number 620 and had a low print run. The Marlins never get the love at 232. That's a super short print. Now he tosses a Maddox. That's the first complete game in Tampa since 2018. And it does tell you what a Maddox is right here. That's just
Hello?
under 100 pitch. Anything under 100 pitches for a complete game is a Maddox right there.
Correct.
So there you go.
Thanks for the explanation, sir. This card really should have been adopted by a Marlins fan. This is that kind of a card with a really low print run. Blah, 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 blah. You guessed 525. I guessed 419. I guess I was a little closer. On eBay,
I didn't know we were still doing the print run guesses. I don't think we should do that. That's not irrelevant anymore. I think
it's only the ones we have left. And to be honest with you, it's so spotty that it only comes up when it comes up. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't even bother with it. That's what I'm saying. It's
I
kind
think
of
but I think it makes us happy, doesn't it? Like to know we were one
makes
off.
you happy. Speaking for yourself, I don't. Take it or leave it for me. But if you want to go ahead and do it, do it. Like I said, it's so spotty that it's really, people are going to be asked, well, where did it go? You were doing this and then you stopped. You know what I mean? So
Exactly
that's
what happened. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
well,
Well,
that's right. Yeah.
we'll go back
So
to the
for
green
me,
room and discuss it further for the next show.
if you want, I already, my vote.
Okay. So Sandy, uh, on the low end again is a $4 or $5 card. Parallel wise, the blues are 10. The purples are 14 or 12. I see 12. I see reds here for 20. Oranges for 60. Is the 101 here? No. No 101. So Sandy is finished the season on the DL. He should be with us again next year, I believe, right?
Sounds good to me. You ready for the next one?
Ready.
All right. This is Freddie Peralta. This is Major League Baseball Topps Now card 621. Had a low print run of 316, and this card celebrates a career high strikeout mark during a shutout win. How many did he have? I don't know. I'd have to check the back. So he had 13 strikeouts. I don't know why he didn't have the 13 strikeouts right there at the front, but that's okay. It's just what it is. Now, what if I wanted to pick this up on eBay if I was a Major League Baseball's Milwaukee Brewer fan?
Can I call this card a wobbly Wednesday card?
Call it whatever you want.
Okay. I just thought it was funny because you're right. There's no real information on the front, so it's kind of wobbly.
Wonky Wednesday.
We got the usual seller there on the low end for $3, no bids, and then the buy it nows are $4 and $5 and up. The parallel is for blue are 8s, 10s, dollars each. Purples are 15 each, and the reds are 30. Is there a 101? No. Would you buy this card?
No.
Me either. Next
card. We're looking at Gabriel Arias. That's a Cleveland Guardians player. This is card 622. Had a low print run of 312. Was this a Saturday or what? Let me check out the dates here because it's got July 27 and 28. So 27, 28 is a Thursday, Friday. So that's interesting. Coming through, slides through catcher's legs to score. Look at that, right between his legs. That's freaky stuff going on there. What do you think?
So let me ask you this question first. Would you buy this card based on the picture?
Yeah, I would more than the last card, that's for sure.
Me too. So with that said, this card, that seller has a bid on his $3 card. Only one bid, but a bid nonetheless. That's the low end. There are very few for sale in terms of we have found one. The cards that are buy it now are basically $8, $9 cards. There's a $9 blue parallel, several of them. Let's go back to the base here, though.
And that's a color match for
right,
the uniform, but not the Cleveland Guardians colors.
But the base here is one of those instances where there's only a handful of sellers, which tells me that the original sellers got sold out.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
This could be an important card.
The demand for this card is only noticeable if you're doing a show like this where you notice that the usual suspects, i.e. sellers, don't have any cards for sale. Only these one or two other guys.
Yep, there you go. Interesting stuff. Thank you for breaking that off for us. Let's go to the next one. That's card number 623. This is Carlos Rodon. And that's card number 623. Had a print run of 377. We really haven't even busted out 500, and we've done like 5 cards so far. And this one celebrating Carlos earns first victory in pinstripes versus the Mets. So there you go. And it wasn't Yankees pitching that was the issue this year. It was their bats. They just fell asleep. And they did get a little bit hot at the end of the year, but it wasn't enough to bring them out of that slump they were in. Can you hear me, Dano? Dano, can you hear me? That's really weird. Let me see here if we can find him here. Let's see. Can you hear me, Dano? Dano, can you hear me, sir? I don't think we got him. I think he bounced. He must have got a phone call. So with that said, we're going to go to the next card, and that is I did Carlos Rodon. That's card number 623, who had a print run of 377. Next card we're looking at is Marco Luciano. Card number 624 had a decent print run of 1,863.
Here I am.
Hey, welcome back. How are you? Good to have you here.
Guess what? When somebody calls you while we're doing this, it completely blows you up.
Well, that's your settings. You just can't allow that. Yeah.
So we'll work that out. But that's what happened. Somebody called. I didn't even take the call, and it completely blew me up. Okay.
All right. We're on card number 6. Let's, if you want to go back to Carlos Rodon, card number 623 had a print run of 377.
I have him up. That's why I wanted to do it, and I thought maybe you didn't go too
Good enough. Sounds fair.
So $4 or $5 base cards, lots of sellers, $9 blue parallels, a ton of them. $15
retail parallel.
Purple. Yeah, you got to pay to get the card, but the card is free if you pay for it. I mean, in the sense that you got to pay for the cards you're buying anyway. You there?
Hi.
Okay. And then the reds are $39. The cards number to 5 are $60, $50, and there's no 1 of 1. Next card is card 624. Carry on.
That's right. That is Marco Luciano, however you like to say it. That's card 624. Had a decent print run of 1,863, and this one celebrates the Giants' number 2 prospect making his major league debut at home. And looking at the picture here, the debut patch is just there on his left sleeve. You can't really see it, but yeah, there it is. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Number 2 prospect making his debut at home. What do you think?
I think I have to laugh. This is the last card that has our print run guesses of the show, so I'm going to say them. You guessed 938, 988, and I guessed 1821. That's pretty funny too.
There it is.
Okay. So this guy has a lot of cards for sale on eBay with a lot of sellers. So on the low end, it's a $3 card. On the base, there's just a ton of sellers here selling that card. Let's see if we can find you some parallel prices. Here's a blue for $13.99. That's the low end. Here, let's see if purples. Here's the first purple at $25, free shipping. We've already got this card back and graded for the sellers. Then somebody's selling blues way out of price. So I don't see any reds, but there are some parallels of this guy, which me and you may go back and get ourselves, that are pretty affordable if this guy turns out to be the real deal.
Well, he's their shortstop, so he's got to be athletic, and he's under 22 years old.
Did he play through the end of the year? I don't recall. I don't recall seeing him.
So. Yeah.
I don't think so either.
I'm going to look up on Google machine.
I don't think he got enough games under his belt to be meaningful.
Let's see here. Obvious choice to the Giants opening day. That was September, a month ago. Here we go. It's been a person to watch the Giants organization since 2019. He made his debut last year. We know that. It doesn't really say anything else about that. So let me go to all, and I'll go to the Wikipedia page. Let's see here. Minor leagues, San Francisco Giants. After only 6 games in Sacramento, the Giants promoted him to the major leagues for the first time. And it doesn't really have anything else about him. So his average, is 231. He had no home runs and no runs batted in. Born September 10, 2001, 2022, from San Francisco de Macorís, Dominican Republic.
You may have answered me, but I didn't hear it. How many games did he play total?
Let's see here. I'm looking for it actually on the stats on the right-hand side. It doesn't say really anything. There you go. On July 18, 2023, he was promoted to AAA Sacramento. And then after Sacramento had 6 games, he was promoted to the major leagues. But honestly, how many teams? How many games? And that was on July 18. So after 6 games in July, and we're here looking at this card here late July, doesn't really have too much, does it? So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Let me go ahead and go back here.
Right. We didn't know who he was when we set this up. So interesting to see this, right? I think this was a speculation that went wrong. I think a lot of people think he was going to be, and he still may be, but he didn't like take off the way Jordan Walker did, or the way.
Okay, he suffered a hamstring injury on August 10th. Okay, there you go. That's why. So maybe if he stays healthy, he'll be able to play a lot more. Because look, July, August, he played maybe 2 weeks. Okay, because look, that was on August 10th, and that card we're looking at now is late July. All right, so he's maybe spent 2 weeks in the major leagues, and then he injured himself.
So if you were to be convinced that you should buy a few or one or whatever, would you go with the cheapest base? Or
I
would
wouldn't
you
go.
pick up this,
Honestly, I wouldn't do this card at all. Maybe one or two, but that's it. I wouldn't
right,
go
one or
big.
two?
This
But
is not a
if you
big
were
like.
to do one or two, would you do the cheapest parallel?
What I'm saying is, I would not buy an investor lot. And if you want to buy the cheapest parallel, which is how much you said, 10
13.
bucks, 13.
Yes, sir.
I would try the orange parallel only, but even that's a gamble. But like I said, I wouldn't do an investor lot on this one. And
All right.
yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Just I would hate. Injured players don't make great baseball players.
No, I'm just I'm just
I mean, look at Mike Trout. I mean, how many games has that guy missed?
Oh boy.
And his
Oh
stock
boy.
is going down. Yeah, he might make it to the Hall of Fame, but I don't think he's going to help his team win a World Series. He can tell the weather, though. That's interesting. Now, let's go to the next one. Are you ready?
Yes, last word.
Card of the day right here. Shohei Ohtani, tops now card 625. Look at that print run, 33,887. What do you think about that?
I think it's over the top. I think this card is way overproduced, and still for 33,000 cards compared to pack pulled, it can't be overproduced.
Yeah, compared to flagship products, is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. What do you think?
Okay. I think this card is probably available at retail or less.
Well, before the show, we checked, and we know that the base on eBay is available for $3 or $4, and if you buy multiple cards, it's even less.
Yep.
So you can be sure that because we think this card is a big deal and it's the card of the show based on the picture, let's check the parallels, shall we? Okay, so hold on. That we did not check. Yeah. Do not see a parallel for. Oh, wait. There's multiple pages of this card. Excuse me. I just got through the base.
There's no excuse for you, sir. Sorry. Nice try.
Beyond excusable.
Yeah, there it is.
Still we're looking. Okay.
Is that how you drag it out?
No, I'm just following the eBay lead. Okay, now we're on third page of this card. We have now $24 cards listed in hard cases that are base. I still don't see a parallel. I think we're probably. Come on, where?
You have it listed high.
Graded 10s are $50, but still
you can get it for $29 actually.
Okay.
$20 savings. And it's still a PSA
this
10.
This is a relic card, so I see some of the bats used for the relic card, but no parallel. I mean, these are $500-$600 cards.
I don't know if they were bats. I think they were bases.
Yeah, well, Acuna looks like a bat, and Ohtani looks like a base. But I didn't see one parallel. Oh, I do. The very last card is graded 10. It's a PSA 20 of 25 purple parallel. They only want $1,000.
That's all.
How many should we buy?
I don't know, man. If you bought an investor lot of this card, number 625, that had 33,887, I think honestly, because it is a major league doubleheader first, you get owning 5 of this card would probably be smart.
I gotta be honest with you, though, when you say investor lot, the idea of going in here and cleaning out the guy that's selling it for the lowest price is the only way that this is systematically going to make sense.
But there's so much, though. There's so many. You can't clean them all out. At that number, there's no way in hell.
You cannot clean them all, but you can clean one seller out.
You won't even be able to get a 10th.
Well, but you could buy like the lowest seller has 14 cards. You could buy all 14 for less than $50, and
Yeah,
that's not a
but
bad deal for 14
and
cards.
but that's not, like I said, that's not even, what is that, 1%? Let's look, like I said, it's, I don't know, maybe an investor lot of maybe a few, 5 tops, 10 maybe, but, maybe eventually down the line, but what I wanna say about this is the basic tops now moment. I think that's a really big deal. That's a really big deal. Got the doubleheader first. It's the first time this ever happened in Major League Baseball history, and Topps now is there to celebrate it and honor it with this card. With that said, I wouldn't buy more than 10, honestly.
You're saying an investor lot, so let's define that. I think an investor lot's got to be a large amount, not just five.
Well, that's all a matter of being subjective and not objective, but that's okay.
Okay, so that's why I say it that way. And then I would say to you that if I were going to enter into this card
Because I mean, what kind of
speculation,
investor are we talking about? Somebody who, they got, a
that's what I
lot
was going to
going
say.
on, or, what kind of investor? That's really
Let
the
me answer.
question.
That's what I'm going to say. If I
That's
were going to
really
go
the
into
question
this,
we need to talk about, is what type of investor. If it's somebody
let me
who's
answer.
all
I was
big in on
going
it,
to say either you come in at the bottom and try to pick up 10, 20 of these cards cheaply, or you consider something at the top end, like a parallel that's graded 10, and take your chances that way. I
yeah,
think the
that's
ship
not what I
sailed.
meant, but okay, that's all right.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think the ship on this has sailed from a being early because the season's over. But if you wanted a couple, I think it's still going to be a card. What makes this card not as popular as the puppy dog card?
because there's no dog on it.
That's it. That's the
There's no
reason.
there's no humanity. There's the side of that card with the dog on it that shows his human side. Obviously, here he's a machine. He's a well-oiled machine. He's pitching, he's batting, and the other one, he's on his couch at his home with his dog in his lap. I mean, when do you ever get a baseball card like that? You don't really see too many cards with a dog on your lap but sitting at home on the couch. Now, this, you've seen people batting, you've seen people hitting and pitching, but not one guy in a doubleheader. See, that's really a huge moment. And I'm glad Topps now is here to celebrate that, because you won't find that in the flagship product at all.
Okay. I haven't bought flagship in years, so I always defer to you guys. And I think everything you said is very valid. I think it's very valid. I'm kind of surprised the flip side would be, oh, you mean put a dog on a card and people lose their mind and buy it?
Yes.
I've seen it already in
Well,
Topps
look
now.
at look
The
at
goose and the
okay.
lizard and the skunk. They
Well,
buy those cards.
yeah, do you know the cat crossing the field, or the bird in the field, or the whatever, Topps now takes pictures of those animals on the field and sells quite a bit of them.
Do
So
you
that's kind
do
of the
you
thing.
own a lot of those cards?
I own every single one of those cats on the field.
Huh, I don't.
They're
I
they're
give you
really
the
cool. I like them. I like animals.
I like them. I just don't buy them.
I consider myself an animal. So let's keep on keeping on. We got that game used relic. All right, that's a baseball base right there. And then the duel has the baseball and the base right there. And that's kind of cool. It's got pitching and hitting right there. And next card.
Wait,
This is
wait. Before you
let's
leave for the next
what
card, I want to say I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of this earth. Now, next card. Go ahead.
you're gonna put that in context, or you're just gonna throw that out
Well,
there?
I'm here with you doing the show, so that's the context.
Very good. All right, this is Anthony Santander, Topps Now card number 626. 675 was the print run, and this card celebrates a ninth inning blast walk-off against the Yankees in a 1-0 thriller. See, the Yankees pitching was there, but their bats were asleep. So there you go. And by the way, I'm pretty damn lucky myself in that context. So what can you pick these up for on eBay?
I'm going to throw this spice into our stew. It's an Orioles card. So I think the Orioles have a better following than some of the other teams. With that said, the lowest card is $7. Best offer.
He's not the hero of the team, though, is he?
No, but it's also not a wholesale retail card
Yeah.
price. That's what I'm trying to say is that even though this dude's just a dude, his base cards, they're not a lot of them. The price is not $4. And I think the Orioles are some serious baseball fans, is what I'm saying.
There you
Oriole
go.
fans.
All right. With
Okay.
that said, what are we looking for on parallels?
Parallels. I was just about to say. So there's a purple for 15 and there's a blue for 15.
Wow.
Now, I don't know what that means, but those are the only parallels I see.
All right. With that said, let's move on to the next one. That's Pete Alonso. That's going to be
That's
card number
pretty amazing, brother.
627. What's that?
I said it's pretty amazing that there were so few of those cards.
Yeah, amazing. This is Topps Now card 627, had a print run of 662. And this celebrates, he's the second in Mets history with 4 seasons of 30 or more home runs. That's Pete Alonso. You got to dig that guy, the polar bear.
The polar bear.
I don't see these being more than retail at all. What do you
No,
say?
these
What
are
do you got for
wholesale
me?
retail. You know exactly what we're looking at. $4 cards plus $1 shipping, best offer. $5 card, $5 card. So
Yeah.
way too many to satisfy the and for Mets fans, the let's see the parallels here. There's a 25 purple to 20, 2 or 3 of them. There's some blues that are at 20, so the purples are where to go. And then nothing more unique. There's no 10s, no 5s, no 1 of 1. None of that.
None of it.
Very
Bupkis.
few cards here to buy.
All right. With that said, let's go to the next one. We got Bobby Witt Jr., the young star out of Kansas City. It says here, Royal Flush, its first career walk-off Grand Salami. This card number 628 had a print run, healthy print run, that is, of 1,836 cards. I like that Kansas City uniform right there. That's cool.
You like?
So what do you think? Do you like this card?
I like the picture.
There's a picture on the back, too.
Also, it's a picture on the back? Oh, yeah. So I like this card a lot more for that. All right. It doesn't seem like the card buying public feels that way. So I see $6, $5 plus $1 shipping, $7 for base cards on the low end. Let's see about parallels. No parallels of this card available.
Wow. That's incredible.
So again, lessons being learned. If you like these players, you cannot wait till the season ends to go in and get parallels.
True that.
Yeah, Bobby Witt's got none for card 628. Next card, please.
You got it. Let's see here. We got Marco Luciano. This is his second card. All right. Prospect notches first career hit and run scored. So he doesn't have any home runs, though. And what was the other stat? He had 0 of last time we looked into that. So this card 629 had a print run of 1413 for Marco Luciano. And that is his other card there. It was a call-up. Prospect makes MLB debut at home. This is the one where he got a career hit and a run scored. What do you got for us, Daniel?
Same name for Guess, right? He's got the same last name?
Luciano?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I don't know what you're saying.
I think the owners of Guess have the same last name as this guy.
I don't know. I didn't ever did that. But I do, I'm a smarter person because of it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think so. Here, this guy's got $4 cards. The guy with the auction, he's got no bids. Let's see about parallels. The low end blues. Come on, here we go. $20. So that's already more than usual. There's several of them. The purple is 25. Here's a blue for 60. Here's a blue for 80. Woo! Purple for 110. This is all raw, by the way, people. So maybe the parallels are the way to go on this card, and the base is the way to go on his first card.
I hope this guy gets healthy next year. I really like to see him do well, honestly. I think that's awesome.
And if he does, we got to remember to come back here and get these cards before everybody else does.
Amen to that. All right, let's go down to Miguel Cabrera. This is card number 630, print run of 731. He did retire at 2023, right? He did retire this year?
Yeah, this was his last year. By the way, that last card was the last card of the day.
Yep, that was July 29th to July 30th. The next one is July 30th to July 31st. Miguel Cabrera says he connects for 2 hits in Miami on Miguel Cabrera Day in Miami.
Yes. So, you want to hear about eBay?
Yes.
So there's one seller here that's offering a deal at $4, and he just lowered the price, and it's a buy it now. Then the rest of the sellers look like they're closer to $7 or $8. So there's one guy selling stuff at wholesale retail. On parallels, the blues start at 20, the purples start at 30, and there are no orange, red, or yellows. I guess that what happened when you go to the Hall of Fame. People want to
Yeah.
keep the card.
Yep.
That's what I think too.
I think so. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Alika Williams. This is card number 631. Had a meager print run. Well, not too meager, but it is meager for a call up of 533. And it says this first Major League Baseball hit, first MLB hit plates game winning run versus the Phillies. Wow, there it is against the Phillies. So that's his just days after his Major League Baseball debut. All right.
You happen to know how old this guy is?
24-year-old Pittsburgh Pirates.
So he's got a couple things working against him. He's come up with the Pirates. Nobody knows about him. And he's 24, which is the same age as Juan Soto, who's already had 5 seasons.
Oh, he is not. I don't think Juan Soto's 24 years old. I think he's like 29.
Well, you are our show skeptic. If there is a Illuminati in this show, it is you.
I don't know about that, but I don't believe he's 24 years old.
Juan Soto. Well, I believe this guy, Alika Williams, is.
Alika all over the floor.
Yeah, I leak ice cream sometimes too.
That's not all you, Alika. All right, let's go to the next one before I get even worse than I am now.
I am a man after your heart.
Oh my good Lord. What are you going to buy these for on eBay? I think we already talked.
Oh, we just covered that. I thought we did. I already let's cover it again.
We talked about Miguel Cabrera.
I'm sorry, we didn't. I did in my head, and then I went to the next one. Now I will for the show.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
These cards on the low end base are $7.
Whoa.
$7.87. No best offer. Blue parallel, $12, $13.
Wow.
Which is a little bit higher than some. Purple is 20, which is right on pace with most. Here's a red for 30. It's amazing how many more parallels are available for this guy than there have been for the last 3 guys we called.
Amen to that. Interesting. All right, that brings us to J.D. Davis.
Patterns.
He's been around the league for a while. This is 2023. Tops now card 632. Had a pretty low print run of 274. J.D. Davis, leadoff home run in the 9th inning, is walk-off finale in 3-2 win. And didn't J.D. Davis, wasn't he on the he's been around for a while now, actually, I think. Wasn't he on I want to say Boston, but I know I'm wrong. Maybe it was Cleveland. I don't know. Let me double check that. He's
he
from Elk
has
Grove.
been around, but
Houston Astros, New York Mets, and San Francisco Giants. Okay, he's from Elk Grove, California. That's just outside Sacramento.
So you ready for this?
Ready or not? Let us have it.
Okay, you said it. The base card for this card, the lowest one I see is $19.99.
Wow.
One seller has 6. So BO is in play, meaning you could probably get it for less. But it means that somebody has gone in and adopted these cards. Now, why do I do that? Besides that there's none available for on eBay besides one, the blue parallels are $12, and the one base card for sale is $20.
Yowza. Yeah, that doesn't usually happen when they parallel each other, the parallels in the base, but this is one of those instances.
Or
pretty cool.
Giant catchers don't usually make this happen either.
Buster Posey.
Isn't J.D. Davis a catcher?
I don't think so. But then again, let me double check that J.D. Davis, see what he's playing. I thought he was positions third base, left field, first base. So there you go.
So utility.
Somewhat.
He's not really a starter.
He's a third baseman here, it says.
Okay. But this is a perfect example of adoption. Where are the J.D. Davis cards, please? It's a rhetorical question, as I might add, but how, okay, this is fantastic. Here's another guy selling them at $14.99. I don't always check the ones where you got to choose. This guy's got two available to choose at $14.99. So that means there's three of these base cards available. J.D. Davis. I love this.
Yeah, interesting. Money in your pocket.
I
like the next card.
When we go back and look at Jesus Lazario and Lucas Giolito, they printed less than J.D. Davis, and those guys are at least players. I don't know. I don't want to get too excited, but Sandy Alcantara, the Cy Young Award winner, has got base cards from a print of 232, but J.D. Davis doesn't. Remarkable. I think it's fantastic. Okay.
Outstanding. All right. Good stuff. All right. That brings us to the last card of the day. That's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. Topps Now card 633. Had a healthy print run of 2,140. And it says here he's the first Major League Baseball player with 50-plus stolen bases and 20-plus home runs pre-August. And it looks like Willy Adames right there. And honestly, I love Willy Adames. I love this card. I think it is a fantastic card that, I need to purchase, actually. I like this card a lot.
Interesting. Okay. So on the low end on eBay, this card is a $4.50 card.
Not bad.
Now at $4.89. There are $5 and $6 versions. Let's see about the parallels.
That would be the one you want, the parallel, for sure.
Here's blue $19.99, purple $19.99, more blues at around $20, more purples at around $40. No big shot cards though. No big number parallels.
No red, no orange, no gold, huh?
No.
So blue would probably be the way to go, seeing how Acuna's wearing blue and Adames is wearing blue. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good stuff.
Yes. So this kind of brings us to the end of our show. And it feels like it went too fast.
Maybe. I guess so.
I mean, I really enjoyed the show, so to me it felt like it really went too fast. Okay. That's how it goes. Do we have any parting holiday knowledge for these people?
All I know is that if we're overweight, we should probably have a New Year's resolution to lose some weight and have some self-control. Other than that, I think I got it. That's it. Or maybe get stronger, get healthier, eat the right food, eat better food. And you deserve to be treated with love and respect. Now, with that said, I'm that guy, and I'll talk to you later.
We're talking baseball. We're talking Topps on Demand. I'm the other guy. Stay blessed.